Hi, sir. How are you, sir?
Wait, let the recording has start.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
Okay. Very good afternoon, Sandhya. I'm doing great. What about you? How are you doing?
Yeah, sir. I am doing great, sir. So, as we know, sir, this is our first meeting. So, I want to ask about you.
Yes, well, my name is Shiv, and I born and brought up in India. My native place is Uttarakhand, and by profession, I'm a central government employee. As far as my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. This is my final year. In addition to this, I do teach English to beginners and intermediate speakers through different online applications, and I have my own YouTube channel by the name of English with Teacher Shiv. So that's all from my side in brief.
Oh, that's great, sir.
Thank you. So I want you to introduce yourself a little bit because this is our first interaction, I guess.
Sir, my name is Sandhya Mishra, and I am from Uttar Pradesh. I have completed my post graduation in 2014. And if I talk about my hobbies, so my hobbies are listening music, singing, teaching, and that's all, sir. And nowadays, I am running a YouTube channel which name is Sandhya K Classes.
Okay, that's really great. And I'm literally glad to hear about your introduction. Moreover, if you have any question which you want to ask to me, please feel free to ask.
Yeah, yeah, sir. So my first question is, sir, how to remove hesitation?
Okay, so your question is how one can remove hesitation when it comes to spoken English. Am I right?
Yeah, you are right, sir.
Okay, so well, I will say if you want to remove your hesitation, first of all, you need to find the reason of that hesitation. That why are you hesitating? What are the reasons behind your hesitation? Because until unless you are not able to find reasons of hesitation, you can't even overcome with that, all right? So when it comes to speaking English, I found there are many reasons people are being hesitated. Number one, don't feel that much confident in order to speak English, and just because of that reason, they feel that they are not good enough and they can't even do all these kind of speak, and they can't speak English confidently. Number two, lack of practice, because I've seen many times people are not doing practice on a regular basis, and just because of that reason, they are lacking with their confidence, along with they feel so hesitant in order to speak English in front of people. And number three, maybe they don't have any English speaking environment where they can speak English with anyone, and suddenly when they get chance to talk with someone, and especially with stranger, in order to have a conversation in English, so they hesitate. They rigid themselves in order to continue that conversation. Reason number four is a lack of vocabularies, which means we know very well that what we want to say in our mind, but we don't know what are the words we need in order to express our ideas and thoughts. That we can do in a very comfortable way in our own native language. In our native language, we don't need to think about vocabularies and anything. But in case of English, as English is not our mother tongue, so we need to think a lot in order to use vocabs while speaking English. So now last one is lack of grammar knowledge. Actually, sometimes we speak English, but when it comes to having a very healthy conversation, or we are communicating with anyone, or we are answering a question, we are explaining a topic, and we are representing ourselves in front of people, we most of the time feel hesitate because we don't know the meaningful syntax structure. We don't know how to form sentences just because we don't know grammar that much. So
Yes,
these
Sanjay.
are some basic reasons. And last but very common reason is phobia of being judged by others, which means most of the time we think like I'm new to this language and this language is new to me. While speaking English, people are going to make fun of me for my mistakes. They are going to insult me, criticize me. And just because of these reasons, we don't feel comfortable and we hesitate and feel shy in front of others. So these are the reasons. Now let's talk about solution. What can we do? Solution is very simple. As I said before, we need to understand the mechanism of this language that English is not our mother tongue.
Certain,
It's
yes.
our it's a second language which we are trying to master on. Or
Yeah, yes.
learning English or while speaking English, if you are making any mistake or you are fumbling and stucking, you should not feel ashamed about it. You should not feel bad about it. Rule number two, I would say you have to practice with this language on a regular basis because the more you'll practice, the more you will get confidence in order to speak English with anyone. Without practice, if you think that or can speak English, so that's
No.
not possible, right?
Because, sir,
The
I
third thing is,
understand
mhm,
it. But when I try to speak that time, words do not come out of my mouth. This is my problem, sir.
that's what I'm telling you now. The third reason is lack of vocabularies and grammar rule as well. Most of the time, we know in our native language what we want to say. Like if someone will ask you, you have to speak in your native language, that we can do in a very comfortable way. But on the other hand, if someone asks us, like, you have to explain everything or you have to speak in English, then we start shivering. Why? Because we are running out with words. And sometimes we have words, but that those words do not come in our mouth, right? It's just because we have learned vocabularies in a theoretical way, but we haven't tried to implement those vocabs in our day-to-day practical spoken English. So I would say whenever you learn vocabulary or whenever you learn any grammar rule, I want you to imply those rules or those vocabs practically in your spoken English. Then only it can happen. If you feel that, or I'm not good enough and I'll talk to someone, he is far better than me, and I'm not feeling comfortable in order to have a conversation with this guy, okay, do one thing. Just go in front of mirror and start talk to yourself. That is called solo talk. If you talk to yourself in front of mirror, you would get confidence that you can speak. There you can correct yourself because no one is there who is going to make fun of you, who is going to insult you. You are the only person who's speaking and listening, right? And third thing, there you can just overcome with your hesitation and shyness because when you start talking in front of mirror, you feel a very different kind of image of yours in that mirror, and you'll feel that I'm not talking in front of mirror. In fact, I'm talking in front of many people, right? So I'm honestly speaking, I don't know have you tried or not, but from today onwards, if you are going to try this mirror practice is going to change your life, and it will definitely help you out in order to decrease your hesitation and shyness. And let me make long story quite short. I don't know what will you do, but you have to do only one thing. That is, you have to train your mouth muscles to speak English. We have knowledge, we have content. Sometimes we have words as well, but still, like sentences and our English is not coming out of mouth. Why? because we haven't trained our mouth.
Yeah.
English is in our mind, is on heart, is in soul, but that English is not in our mouth.
Mouth.
So speak with your friends, with your family member, your husband, your kids, your siblings, whosoever is possible with whom you can speak. Try to speak more and more. There is no shortcut of practice. Practice itself is the biggest shortcut to get mastery of this language, right? So this is all I can say. And this is how you can overcome with your hesitation and shyness. Or one thing you can do, you can install some online applications where you can talk with people, co-learners like you, right? First, you'll start talking to them. At least you can train your mouth muscles in order to have a like conversation. Once you are able to speak English, no matter whether in a virtual world, in those online application, but at least you will feel a very confident from inside in order to have a conversation with people in your real world as well. That's all.
Yes. Because when I always trying, but when I speak at that time, I think what will be happen if I speak wrong.
Nothing is going to happen. We are human beings. We are not God. And for humans, mistakes are allowed. As I shared before, if your mother tongue is Hindi and you can't speak Hindi fluently, that's something which is a matter of being focused. We we are not expecting this kind of worse situation from our side that we are not able to speak our native language. But English is a second language. It's a target language which we are trying to learn. So when we are speaking English, or sometime when we are making mistake, that's totally fine. There's no harm at all to make mistakes. And I don't think so there's any guy who's not making mistake. Native speakers make mistake, teachers make mistakes, everyone make mistakes. No one is perfect in this whole world. So just forget about people are trying to judge you and you are making mistakes and you're not feeling confident. No, just speak, no matter whether you are making sense or not, or you are making mistakes. Today, you are going to make 100 mistakes. Tomorrow, it would be 99. Day after tomorrow, it would be 98. By
Right.
the time when you'll start speaking, you'll find that now you're not making that much mistake. And this is how everyone has learned. In fact, in my case as well, I used to make a lot of mistake. In fact, I am making mistake these days as well because I haven't done grammar in my entire life. So I make mistake more often when it comes to accuracy, when it comes to grammar. But I'm not bothered about it because I hope whatever I'm speaking, you can understand me, and that's more than enough.
Okay, sir. So thanks for giving me your best time, sir.
Most welcome. So, don't you have any other question to ask?
Yeah, sir. I have any question for you, but I have not more time because in this time I am giving in this time after that after this meeting that I will give a tuition. So I have not
Okay,
more.
fine. I got it.
Okay.
Okay, fine, fine, fine. I can
I have
understand. So,
okay.
okay, Sandhya, keep talking, keep planning, keep improving, and keep practicing. Wish you all the best for your English journey. And thanks for giving your precious time. It was really a fruitful and constructive conversation with you. Bye bye.
Okay.
See you around.
Mm, nice.